Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the prestigious Staples Center. We're here to see the reveal of the GameClam console. Now, we've got a lot in store, but to start us off, welcome. Like I said, we're broadcasting live from the Staples Center here in beautiful, sunny LA. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are. We're seeing a lot of reception. We're seeing a lot of great positive energy. Everyone wants to know about the GameClam, myself included. The details are quite mysterious. But to answer your questions, we're going to be tuning in. We're going to be putting our ear towards Twitch. We're going to be answering your Twitch questions from the Twitch chat. And we're also going to be answering questions on Twitter as well. So use hashtag GameClam if you want your questions answered. And periodically throughout the show, our pre-show, we're going to be answering your questions live. Let's actually get our first question from Twitter. Can we pull that up? Let's pull up our first question here. How many colors will GameClam come in? I'm worried about this. That is a big thing. A lot of questions about the specifics, about the specs and varieties of the GameClam. The GameClam, they've touted a lot of creativity in terms of customization options. So we're thinking maybe skins. That's what we've been hearing, from the grapevine. But we'll actually see. Colored consoles are, kind of a retro thing, but you've seen a lot more people clamor for that, no pun intended. And you've seen a lot more positive reception to that from the game studios and the hardware creators themselves. Now, there's been a lot of fear surrounding the GameClam. Who's afraid of the GameClam? Huh? Who's afraid of the GameClam? It's Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. They're shivering in their boots. This rogue company has come out of nowhere within the last few weeks, just to state their kind of how far they've been pushed to the precipice by this rogue game hardware software company. They've got, it seems, the details aren't all there, but from what we can tell, they do have a first-party studio presence. Okay, so we're expecting a lot of first-party titles. There also seem to be weird third-party titles. Which is very interesting because to date, no third-party game studio has come out to express that they are working with anything for the GameClam. So, we keep asking our sources. They keep saying, no, we're not making anything for the GameClam, yet they say they have third-party games. So we'll see what's on there. It's very interesting. A lot of mystery. As for that, fear that I mentioned, yes, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are all afraid. From the newsroom, I can tell you that there have been multiple lawsuits, multiple things filed to several courts around the world. They're trying to stop this at all costs. So I'm waiting for what they're afraid of, right? As a gamer myself, I'm very excited for a new game to come in. As a journalist, I'm very interested to see what the legal fallouts of this will be. We have another question from Twitter. Hi Jeph, you spelled my name wrong. Yeah, that's not how you spell it. All right, and it's also not spelled like that. It's also not pronounced like that. It's Jeph. It's Hef. Can we get that tweet back on the screen? All right, long time gamer, first time clamor. Does the GameClam have any cool sound effects, and also what graphics? Thanks. Now the GameClam does come equipped with 2 speakers. I don't know why. because most modern game consoles, most modern game hardware does just use whatever you have available. You know, they use your television speakers or your own speakers. So I don't know why the console has its own speakers. That seems like kind of like a unnecessary feature, especially since this console is not meant to be portable in any form. But you know, we'll see. And like I said, those questions from Twitter, use hashtag GameClam if you want your questions answered. Now, I mentioned earlier the legal fallout from this will probably be immense. Since then, they've hired their own lawyers, and they've promised a legal fucking nightmare. I'm quoting them, not me. I don't swear. Jeph does not swear. But they're promising a strong legal presence in retaliation. So we'll see what we have here. Now, like I said, this company is Rogue. So we have a few historical tidbits about the GameClam. The GameClam, from what I can tell, the GameClam is a company that actually has its origins in 1800s Italy, from Mediterranean divers who used to dive for pearls. And according to historians, they found a large translucent pearl. Upon ingestion, they received a lot of powers. So, what powers have made it to the GameClam? We'll see. A lot of mystery. I've not been able. I'm as excited as you are because there's so many questions regarding the hardware, regarding the software. I mean, we know almost nothing. This has, 3E is very exciting because you never know what's going to happen. And this year we have such a big announcement, such a big surprise coming out of left field. Let's see what we have next for you. Alright, another question from Twitter. Will there be backwards compatibility with older systems, such as the Seafood Entertainment System? The Seafood Entertainment System, that is a big question. We've seen Sony's answer to it. We've seen Microsoft's answer to it. We've seen Nintendo's answers to it. A lot of different philosophies at play. Some companies do want to support backwards compatibility in the form of software. So something akin to Nintendo's, if you have Nintendo Online, they give you a catalog of old games for free. You have Sony's route where they have promised to have their hardware be backwards compatible so that gamers can utilize their full catalog that they've built up over decades. As a newer console, it's not as much of a concern, but considering that the GameClam has an innovative design, I should say, for buying and purchasing and installing your games. We'll see if it works, right? These pearls are... We'll see. I don't know how these pearls will interface with the Seafood Entertainment System. Once again, if you're joining us, we're here at the Staples Center live. Oh, 3E's about to begin. We're going to go to our presentation right now.
Hey! Hello, everybody! How's it going tonight? Oh, hang on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to the first ever and only 3E conference, coming at you live with the GameClam first ever world premiere. I'm your host and CEO of GameClam, Mr. White. I'm here today because we are proud of what we are putting into the world and into the future of gaming. What is now the present is your future. The GameClam, with more features than you can count on your fingers. Slappable buttons, vents, a large controller. A controller that any gamer can really get its hands on. Larger than the console, it can hold most of graphics and of cars, as well as data bytes, megabytes, gigabytes, but no RAM. It is the first console to be good, the first console in our world to fix the problem of the gaming industry. The blue and green console are no more. Their mistakes are of the past, and GameClam is for the future. As you can see here, the console and controller are never before seen and are of the highest grade and quality. For any gamer of any age or proficiency level, whether you are a novice gamer, an old school gamer, an underground gamer, or an extreme gamer, you will be able to play with GameClam. Level up your clam. Today, we are going to show you a number of titles that will launch alongside the GameClam console and controller. We have our first exclusive title now.
World premiere.
Amazing! Fantastic! What a game, and what a title to launch alongside such a console as GameClam. I'm sure you're wondering, how did the GameClam come to be? With such a hit console that's taking the gaming world by storm and destroying other consoles on the market, how could we have come out of thin air? Other companies have tried and failed, but we have already succeeded. And you think that. You believe in us. Our company was founded in 1831 by Stun Phillips, a pearl diver in the depths of the Antarctic. From Colombia, he would set sail once a week to Antarctica to find what NASA would only discover as of 1 month ago, April 8th, 2020. High-energy neutrinos are located coming from within the Antarctic ice. These are not neutrinos, no, but a NASA-level cover-up to hide the truth of the GameClam. Every single week, a GameClam special translucent pearl is emitted from the ice, and our founders have found one of these pearls up to 1 to 2 a week that are used to create the GameClam console. And now we are here today where we have procured enough GameClam consoles for the mass market. With over 100 consoles in storage, you will be able to have it soon. The GameClam is not of this earth. It has always been. You cannot buy it with money. I am going to show you a glimpse into that world. This is the Long Gamer, the first of its kind, and the first in the evolutionary tree. Your forefather and my forefather, but not. His posture evolved to match the height of the GameClam, so that he may look at the screen and tap the controller with his buttons. This was a premature form of the gamer's evolution. He would lift his legs and hit the buttons, while his ridged head would feel so great, and his nasal cavity, which was not yet important. Unfortunately, the gamer had not yet realized the potential of the smell-releasing features of the GameClam controller. Our next form of evolution is the underground gamer, who would rest within the dirts and soils. This gamer could not speak or talk. His only purpose was to game with GameClam. His gamer fingers pressed the buttons with much ease, but then he realized this was not correct. While he was fully protected, he was unable to slap the buttons and could merely press the buttons. Please show the next gamer. This is the third form of gamer who arrived in year 2001 on Other Earth, the big gamer, who loves video games more than any others. He truly realized what the potential of the GameClam was. As he held the controller, he adapted to the denim padding so that he would never damage it again. And the denim padding matched him as well. His muscles allowed him to slap the buttons with enough force to finally input and play the games where his ancestors had failed. And look out for joglets. They might mess with your game. The joglets are not permitted to play GameClam spheres and must be dealt with. Are there any more gamers? The answer is no, for I am here now, the evolved gamer, to show you the point and how far we've come. It's been amazing so far, this conference. And you agree? Now, we have more games to show you. Ever heard of a little man named Nintendo? Well, he's given us an exclusive property of Nintendo to have on the GameClam. It's ours, and soon, it's going to be yours.
World premiere.
Incredible! Super Smash Bros. Brawl comes to the Nintendo GameClam. It's not the Nintendo GameClam. It's the GameClam. I only gave you a taste of what will never be. I'm here today, not just to show you a pre-rendered trailer, which did, however, show off the adaptive resolution and audio of the GameClam, one of its most desirable features. We have a live demo where you will see the game rendered as is as it will be in your home when you plug in your GameClam console into your TV. I'm going to play it now for you. As we have here the GameClam controller always requires one smooth rotation before beginning the game. Let us begin our gameplay session. I'm going to navigate through the menus here. We're going to pick solo and head over to the options to make sure we have some custom maps ready. Hold on here, one second. On All right, let's turn up all of these. You're going to want to make sure that your settings are always... There we go, audio's up. We have music. Can we turn that up a little bit more? Okay. Hold on a minute here. Any game needs great settings, and every settings needs to be set the right way. It's time to brawl in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. With a selection of over 15 characters, you can play as Luigi too. If you want to. Want to play as Yoshi? That's fine too. It's all doable on GameClam. We'll add new downloadable Clam 10 characters, such as Kratos, whom you saw in the intro sequence, soon. You will not receive any information on that tonight. Please select my character. Hold on. Just showing off all the great characters we have in Super Smash Bros. Brawl on GameClam. We do have an exclusive character, the Clam from SpongeBob. I don't see him here, so I'm not going to be showing him off tonight. Now, this is my first time playing this demo, and as you can see how intuitive the menu selection controls are. It's amazing. Alright, I'm going to back out of the menu here. We're going to head into training mode, so that we can practice a little bit and hone our skills. No, not training mode. It's time to watch some replays. Or... you can record your footage on GameClam in any game. This is not a feature.
Ready?
Locked to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I'm not only watching the replay, I'm controlling it too. With innovative live recording technology, you can relive the past. That's a win! And we got over 1,000 points. See? Almost 1,100 points. You'll want to score higher when you play with GameClam. Let's see. Let's check out another level.
Ready? Go!
Welcome to level 2. You want to deal maximum damage? Make sure to hit the purple button when you want to induce injury.
2, 1.
And note, when the sandbag rubs against the asphalt, always bend over and smell from the vents, so that you can bring the game world into your senses. Smells just like the field in sports.
Go!
Let's play another.
5, 4,
So you see here I've changed characters to Mario.
1.
Mario's gonna deal a special kick. Mind if I comment on how squishable these trackballs are? Slippery when you need them to be, and dry when you don't. That's even more points than before. And let me tell you, that whole time, I was never bored. That was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Let's go back to Jeph Keely in the 3E production booth.
Okay. All right. And we're back here at the analyst desk. Wow. So, I'm certainly impressed. It turns out the GameClam is not of our world at all. No wonder fucking Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony are afraid, huh? I'm impressed. So it turns out the GameClam is a sort of like a trans-dimensional console. They're not really developing for it, and they're not really making it. I guess they're like going to the Antarctic and like finding them. Like they're like looking for them, and because it's from it's like a console that comes from another dimension where humans have evolved to already live alongside of it, and now it's kind of like manifesting in our world, and they're like getting them and they're bringing them here. I don't know. Now that's a very interesting price point. It has a price point of 0. You don't buy this with any worldly currency. So I'm very interesting. Most consoles, most hardware in the gaming industry, most hardware is sold at a loss because the software sells the hardware. Well, the software looks pretty promising. The games are literally out of this world. But I'm interested. How do you get your hands on one? I'm looking forward to those further details. They're in an intermission right now, so we're gonna go back. No doubt you have several questions. Let's get a question from Twitter. Can we get that on the screen? What flavors will the GameClam come in? Very important question. We've talked about a scent. The vents do emit warmth and scent. So finally, smell-o-vision is no longer a joke. It's a very real technology, not one we made. A technology that I guess is infiltrating our reality. That is a very big question. Will it just emit a generic pleasing scent? Will it emit a scent to match the game? Will you be able to smell Kratos' sweat? Who knows? Who knows? Well, we're going to be awaiting further specification, more details on the console after we come back from our break here. Let's get another question up on the screen. Yeah, I'm very intrigued myself. Very intrigued because a lot of mystery, more, I thought some answers would help, but they bring up even more questions. And speaking of questions, here's our next question. Will the GameClam be backwards compatible with the game Oyster? It depends. Is their technology even compatible with our timeline? I assume that the pearls were just aesthetic, but within that crystalline structure is the data. So from my estimates, no other machine on Earth could probably read the data that's encapsulated in that crystal sphere, the pearl that the GameClam uses. Very hard to say. I'm gonna say it's not compatible with anything other than the GameClam. As you can see, I mean, what fucking console? Sorry. I said I made a promise at the beginning of this podcast that Hef does not swear. My apologies. I would like to apologize. And we're gonna go back real soon. It sounds like they're starting now. Stay tuned, folks.
Welcome back. I hope you had a nice intermission. Welcome back to the GameClam 3E conference. We have a lot more to show you. And now, I'm going to keep the talking for later, because we've got a live demo of the real engine. The main engine used in all demos on the GameClam console. Let's go ahead and show that off really quick, and show off some of those most graphics. Amazing. Can you believe this? I sure can't. The GameClam is capable of high-resolution graphics, able to render anything the human mind may fathom, and anything the minds of the proto-gamers of the other world may also imagine. As you can see behind me, we have a live 3D render of the rapper Small Little Wayne. He is real, he is tangible, and the scent module means that you can smell him and feel the wrath of his flames. The heat is going to come out of the controller and get you feeling toasty and nice. What about the console? What about it? Check it out. What you just saw there, was a real live photo of the GameClam console. As we said before, it is smaller than the GameClam controller, but this is for a very specific reason. Do you see the happy green button and the red sad button? And you see Kratos. When you are playing GameClam exclusive titles such as God of War 2, Agent of War, your character may talk to you and communicate with the player. As scents and temperatures are released, Kratos may say to you, as the gamer, he may say, "Are you enjoying your experience?" You as the gamer are expected to get up out of your console chair and move over to your GameClam console, where you may press the happy button or sad button to rate your experience. Depending on your input, your gameplay experience may change. This is normal, and Kratos will tell you and keep you safe through your journey. There's something else we haven't talked about yet either. What about the Eyetoy 2 camera feature and function device? This console is the first console that can see you and interact with you directly. It's not just your pressing of buttons, of happy and sad buttons, but the camera will recognize your emotions, moods, flavors, and happiness on your face. We also have games that are going to revolutionize Hulk Smash. They will revolutionize 3D gaming through motion capture and movement gameplay. What if you want to move your arms and interact with the game? Can't get more immersed than that. Let's take a look and see what the Eyetoy 2 is capable of before you wrap up.
World premiere.
What fun! Whether you move or you don't move, the Eyetoy 2 will be able to read your gamer intent and your sexual intent and control the game as needed. An amazing feature, and I can't wait to play when I get home. I've spoken enough. Here's a string of upcoming games that you will play.
World premiere.
Crap.
Maximum Game.
I deserve everything I get. Every bad thing that comes my way. Can't live, can't die. Dead side's the perfect hood for me. A nowhere place.
What am I, a Dark Soul travel guide now? I suppose you could try all of the ancient sacred places down amongst the whalers and shiverers. We just hope that none of them souls have ended up in that filthy big black tower.
Open the gates, Jaunty.
Only you can do it, Shadow Man. You are the walker between the worlds. I can't go the side, and Jaunty's next to useless in both worlds. You are the only one who can do anything about this.
Excellent.
There's a darkness coming.
Shadow Man. Shadow Man.
World premiere.
Annual appeal. Take your time. Ready? Action!
Welcome back. GameClam is real and it's now. For me and you and all the gamers. I am so happy to reveal my console to you tonight. All these games were handmade in the Pearls upon arrival, and I would love you to have the same console in your house if you win the contest. We have one last announcement. You may have heard of it. We have an exclusive sequel to the best-selling sequel on PlayStation. We're gonna fucking win.
No, I can't. 'Cause
what do you know? You is?
I'm gonna find, kill all of them.
Wow. Can you believe it? The Last of Us Part exclusive for GameClam. Thank you. To all of you in the crowd, and all of you at home watching the live stream on the web, thank you. This console can be yours. The question is, will it? And the answer is always yes. We love you at GameClam, and I can't wait for the next one. But before I go, we have one last announcement. Good night, everybody, and enjoy.
And we're back. Wow. So many more announcements, more questions answered, but only more mysteries. Mr. White did not reveal how. it was not revealed how you obtained a GameClam. We do now know that the GameClam will contain the GameClam 2. I'm very confused, but I'll try my best to answer your questions. Let's get a question up from Twitter. Wow, so mysterious. What does that mean? You know, when they say that the PlayStation can run previous PlayStation games, we understand how that works, but you know, what does that mean? Let's look at our question. Will we be able to grow and breed homebrew game clams? That's a very interesting question. We now know that they're cross-dimensional. So in theory, you could find your own game clam, right? That's possible. In theory, if you go to the Antarctic, you could get your own game clam, and it's not known whether this is biotic or not. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, maybe you could grow a pearl. Maybe you could grow your own pearl and put it in the game clam, and it'll run a game. I don't know how you'd get the data in there. They didn't disclose how the pearls worked. They did say that the protagonists of these games will be talking to you. I don't know why. Let's get another question up from Twitter. Yeah. I had a few inklings as to how this thing would work, but yeah, it's only gotten more mysterious. GameClam controller details, please. Yeah, thankfully the controller is very clear cut. It's very. Any other game console that exists out on the market. I bet Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo fucking shaking their boots. I'm sorry, I swore again. I apologize. You know, once I ask for forgiveness. 2, I will acknowledge that it is a travesty. Hef does not swear. Stating the previous question, what are the console controller specifications? Well, on the console itself are 2 buttons, aside from on and off. The happy and sad button, which you will use to respond to the AI that seems to be built into the pearls themselves. And on the controller, you have 2, they call them squishable trackballs. So I imagine they're kind of like foam trackballs that you can, grab onto and squeeze and honk. Don't know what that's for. I can't think of any gameplay that would require something like that. Motion controls on the side of the controller, so you'll have to turn the controller 90 degrees away from you, or 90 degrees to your left in order to utilize the Eyetoy 2. And then 3 slappable buttons. Vents will be dispensing hot air and scents to you. So, yeah, very, very, very interesting, very innovative. I've never seen a controller that blows... I've never seen a controller that's where exhaust fans were needed in the controller itself. So this is, I would love to get a hardware expert's opinion on this because, man, how much technology is in this thing? And from what dimension? Let's get another question from Twitter. Oh yes, and the last most important feature, the denim texture. The denim. This is the first game console to have denim sewn into it. Jeans are good. We all wear them. They're a durable material. Very interesting. Let's see here. We have one more question. Oh. Let's see here. I think I'm being told that about does it. Is the end of our broadcast here tonight. Once again, I would love to thank you for tuning in to E3. We're live from the Staples Center. I hope the GameClam was everything you wanted it to be and more. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to all our production crew, our staff members who helped us produce, create, and run the show. I hope you have a good night. Stay safe. Goodbye.